I remember watching the match, though, and it was just a bunch of rest holds. And the fans were ecstatic. This is the first time ever seeing Samoa Joe in Canada. They were all pumped, but, I mean, they were dying fast. With a bunch of rest holds, it was getting boring. And, you know, the pop of the night was when Eddie Osborne just out of nowhere, in the middle of being in a rest hold, takes his thumb, puts it above Samoa Joe's butt.
Or either you do it or you don't. Here's your job. You want to keep your job, you do it. It's people like me who work in the wrestling business, the cream team. It's just filth, lies, and cheaters. That's the way that company has been built on. How would you like to lie on the bed and have me perform oral sex on you? And I said, geez, that would be great.
This is not family entertainment.
And welcome back to another episode of the Kayfabe Files. And Zach made his return to Ontario Indy Wrestling last night, and he's still clapping his hands.
Guys, just so you know, I'm setting up my finish, that I clap my hands. I want you to know that's my new gimmick now. You want to see it? You want to see it? I'm going to do it. This is the finish.
Now
I clapped my hands last night. I know we make all those jokes.
You clapped so much you hurt your hands?
Yeah, actually, I got arthritis because I was clapping my hands so much. Please clap for me, guys. I need a pops.
It's not often you end up working babyface, eh?
Yeah, it was very awkward. And I'm very selfish on the merch table too, because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to selling merch. So I'm literally drooling and sweating over people's merch selling 8x10s. And this poor girl, I forget her name, Columbia or whatever.
Her name's Columbia?
Panama.
That's a country.
Panama. And I'm sweating over her merch while I'm selling this kid's, I'm signing this kid's 8x10. I just finished my match and it was a lot of fun. But,
well, wait, let's back up though. So what was the show?
MWO.
MWO. So
Millennials Wrestling Organization. And you know what? Packed house, man. It was packed. Great crowd.
Why was it packed?
Because there was a lot of good talents, and because I sold a lot.
Hang on, you're not leading this correctly. So they announced the show, sold no tickets, so they brought in the draw.
Yeah.
Zach Hipstar, and you sold the most tickets out of anyone, which is why you worked babyface.
Allegedly, yeah.
Friends and family.
And plus, I'm from Welland. I have all my closest friends messaging me for the past 5 years when I'm going to wrestle in Welland. I'm sure that the same would happen to you. It only makes sense for any promotion to bring him in.
I tried to set that up with Emilio at Destiny, and then he just ghosted me and canceled me. But that's how that goes. But
he doesn't seem like a very consistent guy. Just saying.
That's a professional way to put it.
Continuity is not his forte.
The other interesting thing is you went behind enemy lines, and there was a number of people that you were in touch with that were talking about the podcast. So what feedback did you get? Because they won't comment on our posts and they won't interact with our posts, but we get feedback when we see them in person. So you got to enlighten us.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm out of touch with wrestling, and finally to get back in a locker room, and there's a handful of guys that are reviewing and talking to each other about this podcast, about the Mark Clark podcast.
Oh, yeah,
they're sharing almost philosophical feedback and their perspective of these podcasts, and I don't even watch these episodes. I only I go in YouTube on the Mark Clark podcast, and I go on AI, and I say, okay, just show me the time codes when he brings up Hipstar. Okay, then that's it. And that's all I watch. And they're breaking down episodes and things that we've talked about that I don't remember. And with that being said, I'm going to make it my duty to shit on Steve Brown all the time. Steve Brown, I'm coming for you. You're 5 times my size, and you know what? I'm going to chop you at the ankle. You eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay? You're pulsating at the calves. You are a bone crusher because you fight other people who actually have bones in their body. You're just a tub of goo. That's what you are. You're the goo crusher. Just kidding, Steve Brown. I love you, dude.
Yeah, you're not a wrestling fan, so he's not going to fight you. He only fights fans. He only fights fans.
I mean, the more I watch that clip, that fucking fan had it coming, though. Honestly, like, and especially we brought up the guy that wears the mask, and all the wrestlers wanted to dummy the fan after. Yeah, it's unfair. But if like the mark is pissing off all the boys, all they're talking about in the back is like, that fucking fan, I can't wait to knock him out. Mm-hmm. So all this like over testosterone is getting in everybody else's heads. That's the energy of the locker room. So eventually that fan is going to get knocked out. And once one guy makes a move, everybody else is going to join in.
Well, that's what happened with Cruel. So at least we know this is an isolated incident. There's many incidents that this is occurring. But the funniest thing with that clip is that it looked like the fan tried to like single leg take down Steve Brown, but he just bit off more than he could chew. And then Steve Brown had him in a very precarious position. We could have like pile drived him, which would have been very scary because a shoot pile driver, you break your neck, and that's paralyzed and all that stuff.
But he could be the neck crusher. It's a new gimmick.
The neck crusher.
The coma causer.
Or does being the bone crusher include your neck? Because that broadens it out. Because then when you're the bone crusher, you can break any bone. But when you're the neck crusher, it's isolated to one specific part.
Yeah, but how good of a gimmick is his new in his promos? He's like, at the end of this, I'm gonna put you in a coma. I'm the coma causer. That's who he is.
Well, a coma's better than murdering someone.
And we talk about that. It's like an inside joke. It's not even an inside anymore, but it's a joke between you and I. Everybody has to be murderers in wrestling. Well, I don't get it.
It's not a joke as much as it's just this is like a prevailing theme. And I always reference the Scott Hall lines, like, what are you going to do, shoot us?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's an avenue that you don't want to go down in wrestling. It's kind of like improv acting. They always say, never pull a gun. Because once I pull a gun out and I point this at you, there's not really many options for this to continue. Because now it's like either I shoot you or I just put the gun away. And what does that prove?
Either way. That's a police report. You're going to get the cops called.
Well, that's true. Yes. So we've gone from sport to criminal.
Shoot a guy, pull a gun out, or make a Facebook account replicating somebody else. Those are all police calls. You call the cops on those 3 things.
And now, hang on. So you referenced Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Steve Brown, and Steve Brown was talking about the assault incident. He won't talk about it publicly, and he won't talk about it on the podcast, but he did talk about it with you. So what did he say?
About
the rock pile incident.
Well, obviously, when stuff like that happens, all the allegations, we want to put it behind us. So the first thing he says is like, why'd you have to bring that up? And I'm like, you're right. I didn't have to. I was out of wrestling. Runyon shows it to me, and I'm all like, ooh, content, and I don't need to do it. In all fairness, Steve Brown's work ethic, but he's over his shit. He's the bone crusher, dude. He's the bone crusher. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
How many tickets did he sell last night?
Babyface last night. That blew my mind.
Sell last night?
He against John Atlas, and he was babyface.
How many tickets did he sell?
He brought his wife is the announcer. Okay, all right. They do double duty. They're a double package, or is that kayfabe?
Two for one.
Twofer. They're a twofer deal.
What else have significance happened? I think you saw Bruiser Battersby.
I saw Bruiser Battersby. Yes, he's in major dad bod shape. Let me tell you.
He is a dad, isn't he?
He is a dad. Congratulations. Yeah, he's gonna eat his veggies.
Be happy
just
for
saying.
Him.
Yeah. I learned something yesterday too, And we do this all the time. We don't call what we're going to do when we brawl outside. We don't call it. We just do whatever we feel. And how many times, you especially, have you just done the old noggin-woggin on a merch table? Right? We all do it. It just seems like it's you don't even have to think about it. It just makes sense. I learned something yesterday where he calls the noggin-woggin on a merch table. It's filled with shit. This isn't a workers merch. It was like a sponsor of the show. And they got these half-size Funko Pop dolls. So, of course, I do the noggin-woggin on the table, over-exaggerate my slap on the table. Everything goes everywhere, and a Funko Pop doll fell off the table and broke. And she was pissed. She was so mad. And
this is what happens when normal people get involved in professional wrestling.
Because
see, a wrestling fan would know that if you're moving towards their table, you better clear your table out.
Yeah.
Or you are asking to have something broken.
At the Rock Pile, I purposely did that and slapped people's drinks out of their hands on purpose. And they find it hilarious.
So that crowd would be in on it. This is my point.
We are abusing our power. We're not thinking about other people's businesses. Maybe their life savings is in these Funko Pop dolls. And I took $20 out of her pocket. I'm not proud of that.
That's a significant chunk out of your pay.
Do you know what I'm more pissed about? Is that those Funko Pop dolls are replicas of the roster, all the people that work that show, and she makes them. So now because I have heat, she's not going to make me a Funko Pop doll. I'm not going to have my own. I'm never going to make it, James.
The good news is you'll probably wake up tomorrow and you can try again.
Yeah. Hey, Siri, can you make me a Funko Pop? Oh, it's that easy, eh? Okay, all right, thanks.
Yeah,
$20.
Yeah, I can do it nowadays.
Yeah, true.
Never forget, Eddie Osborne booked Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe, this was way before he ever got signed. He was hot off his ROH run, and he was working some of the indies, absolutely miserable. He wouldn't do a lot, and it was Samoa Joe versus Eddie Osborne. Write that down there, Runyon. Make sure you write that down. Yes, take notes. And Samoa Joe did not want to do anything with him. This was in like Cambridge or something.
Okay,
and then he just
pause there. Why?
That's where PWA ran at the time.
No,
what do you mean,
I'm
why?
saying, why didn't he want to do anything with Eddie Osborne? It was possibly because he didn't think he could move properly, or trust him, or was he scared of him and like getting hurt?
I don't know. I was young. I worked the opener. I was barely in the change room. I was, and plus I was young at the time. I was a mark, not paying attention to what was happening backstage. I'm not really sure, honestly.
Fair enough. Okay, continue.
I remember watching the match, though, and it was just a bunch of rest holds. And the fans were ecstatic. This was the first time ever seeing Samoa Joe in Canada. They were all pumped, but I mean, they were dying fast. With a bunch of rest holds, it was getting boring, and the pop of the night was when Eddie Osborne just out of nowhere, in the middle of being in a rest hold, takes his thumb, puts it above Samoa Joe's butt. Joe got legit hot, and he got up and just started, kneeing Eddie in the head. Just, starting to shoot on him, and the crowd went nuts. The biggest reaction of the night. And Eddie, he took that sacrifice to get his ass kicked, so he could get some liveliness out of Samoa Joe. And you know what? It could be disrespectful at the time, but kind of smart business-wise as far as the match goes.
I'd have to see this to fully understand.
It was so long ago, and I know people that are barely around the business anymore, like Easy E or Precise Paul Wright, shout-outs. They were the ones to witness this at the time. But I'll never forget that, man. And from there wasn't much plan then, a bunch of rest holds, and then take it to a muscle buster and finish. And the highlight of that match was definitely Samoa Joe shooting on Eddie Osborne, which was it was awesome. I loved it.
I think that's dedication. I'll give you that. It's I'm going to stick my thumb up Samoa Joe's butt so he'll shoot on me, and that's what'll get the crowd.
to get a reaction out of him.
Yeah.
Okay, because he wasn't getting one all night. So, hey, he took a sacrifice. A lot of people, had some controversy with Eddie at the time, but I always thought I always thought he was really talented and smart psychology-wise as far as in-ring work goes.
I'd have to watch some more to make a decision there.
This is way before your time. You were just a wee lad.
I know. So we got another clip here. This is you again. It's a promo.
Well, you brought up the Shawn Michaels. Why don't you show that clip?
We showed it. We talked about it already. You want me to show it again?
Well, you brought it up and then you showed the springboard, so it confused me.
Well, no, we were talking about coaching because you seem to have a lot of.
Oh yes, okay, I see what you mean. Yes, I see what you mean.
Training wrestlers, but
So we got something else that is serious here. Do you remember Drewski, the ref from Project X?
No, the ref I'm thinking about.
You would have. I'm almost positive you would have been around him. I don't know if you actually worked with him.
I think my last match. I think I gotta put a picture too. You sent me him too.
Yeah,
I gotta put a face to the name.
Well, so there was some interesting videos that came out where he was supposedly meeting up with some underage girls. He drove down from North Bay to Mississauga to meet up with a girl, and I think the technical term is he got catfished. So the guy that tricked him showed up with a camera and was just like, "Hey everybody, this guy's here to meet underage girls," and
Your goddamn hand the fuck away from that camera, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, well, I'm walking. Okay, then I'm gonna make it real loud up in here. Okay. So you like 14-year-old girls? You got 2 daughters at home. No. You got 2 daughters at home, and you came in to meet a 14-year-old. No. Yeah, you did. You want to tell me why you do it? What you're doing here?
What?
Can you tell me what you're doing here?
No.
No. Christine is me, just so you know.
I thought so.
Yeah. So I'd like to take a step to the side and have a conversation with you.
No.
Okay, so then I could just make it real loud in here and let everybody know what you came here to do. We could go one or two ways. You can pretend to be on the phone right now, or we can have a conversation. You got one or two options. Step to the side. We have a quiet conversation. Otherwise, I make it real loud up in this bitch. Can we have a conversation?
Sure, we can have a conversation.
Okay, my name is Justin Payne.
Okay.
I'm an online vigilante pedophile hunter. I talk to adults like yourself that talk to children for friendship or whatever it is that you think that you came down here to do. Okay?
Okay.
So I'd like to go through some of the things that were said during the last few months.
Okay.
You don't see anything wrong with this, bro?
Yeah, well, I never implied anything.
You never implied anything. Do we want to go through some of the text? I have a couple of them saved just for you.
I don't appreciate you videotaping me.
You get your goddamn hand the fuck away from that camera. I'll tell you.
it was kind of disturbing to say the least. But
we're gonna call these people out.
That's why we're talking about it right now. So I don't know. Drewski wants to get on the podcast and address these videos. Quite frankly, I'm offended. But I haven't heard any word from Project X. But
and nor is it their responsibility. He wasn't on Project X show or their premises when he was doing it. This is just his life. So that's separated from the company. That's not on Project X, and nor would I expect them to shine a light.
But should they address his standing in the company?
Just make a post that fucking Drewski's a weirdo and he's never going to be on our shows again. Yeah. We don't have to address what he did.
We didn't hear any. At least I didn't see it.
But if there's video evidence, that's like locked, sealed, and conquered. That's proof. The problem with the internet now is there is no insult worse than being called a pedophile. And now, like, pedophile catching is the hottest trend and has been on the internet forever. But it's also become just like the N-word on Xbox, where if you don't like somebody, you call them that word. We are in this time now where you got to catch them on video and you got to catch them in the act. You got to catfish these creeps because we need this video evidence because words are way, way higher than proof now. We call everybody anything we want if we don't like them. And that's the problem. I've been called fucking everything, including the N-word. And it's never proof that I have ever been African American, so I don't appreciate it. I don't like
Xbox? Are you an Xbox guy?
No, I'm a PS2 guy.
Oh, okay.
We don't.
The only thing is the video. He has a mask on. I guess the video is from a couple years ago because it might have been during COVID, or it's more recent and he was wearing the COVID mask voluntarily.
Either or, it's on video. You're not that video's not going to go away.
I'm saying, is that him? It looks like him.
Oh,
I don't know if he wants to address it or not, but yeah. So that's what happened.
But that's good because we got to catch these fucking freaks. It's good, but you can't abuse these allegations because it's so carried away. It's the boy who cried wolf, where you're calling anybody the worst names possible if you don't like them. These Drewskis, who actually are these people, the more you call the people that aren't in that class, it just gets blown out of proportion. You got to fucking separate the Drewskis from the people you don't like. Drewski is probably a real predator. Call him out. Get it on tape. Share it around.
Or come on the podcast and talk about it.
Yes, come on the podcast.
Add to the list of people that have turned down invites for the podcast.
But then, man, I'm trying to make more appearances on different podcasts. So, like, any new guests that you bring on here, they don't want to work with me. So then it's less work for me.
The heat you have is astounding. I thought I had heat, and I was really happy with it. And then I started working with you.
Nobody wants to come on the podcast if I'm here.
But hang on, that transitions us into the next thing, which is quite interesting, because you actually got shouted out on another Ontario podcast, Clark's Side of the Ring, a new podcast. And our old buddy, Mike Clark, who
is the most talented guy I have ever seen in this industry in Ontario.
That one.
Yeah, you're more talented than me. The best I got was I'm Luthez. That's the best I got.
You are Luthez. That's a good compliment.
But the problem with that is Mike doesn't like wrestling in his professional wrestling. So
yeah, especially when it's called classic championship wrestling.
Yeah, and the logo wrestling, that's not classic.
Yeah, and the logo is two guys grappling Luthez style.
And then
he doesn't like that stuff.
There's more to that clip because there was a show. Actually, we can talk about it. It was I don't know. I forget the town. One of those random towns we did. But you managed me, and we wrestled Rob Rage, rest in peace.
I love that match.
Yeah. But Elio put that match over. He was there in person. He put that match over huge and it's Mike's favorite match that he's ever seen of us because he doesn't really watch a lot of wrestling, so it's a low bar. But he put you over for how much heat we got, and he gave me no credit.
Not even Rage getting over as a face, which was huge.
You could have paid the broomstick less than me and had the broomstick go in there with Rage with how much heat you got according to Mike.
I mean, and again, if I were in your shoes, I would take it personally, but also keep in mind, he doesn't credit Rage at all. Rage never got a pop. You never got a reaction in Mike's words. So the two guys that were in the main event that did not get over at all. It was all the heel manager.
That's how talented you are.
I think that
was.
There could be two invisible people in the main event, and it's just me as the manager getting him over.
That probably would have worked on Janela's show that Mike was at that he put over huge, right? Just have you come out with the Invisible Man versus the Invisible Man, or it was Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan, managed by Zach Hipstar.
That's good. See, you made a really good point though, because Mark Clark really is turning into everything that he originally hated in this business from the start. But once he got in and he started making on paper friends, now he loves the Joey Janela's. Now he loves the bullshit fake wrestling. He loves that stuff because those people are giving him attention. He replaces me with the pizza dough man. The pizza dough guy he books. They're flying him out to do this silly show, and that guy could have been anybody.
Classic championship wrestling at the CNE, and here comes the pizza dough man.
Look at me. Hey, I'm so good at grappling that all I need is one hand, and I got to make you a pizza.
But, no, there's a funny memory from that match I want to bring back. That was the match I threw you in the porta potty, remember?
Oh yeah, that was really funny.
that was good. Yeah.
There was a really disgusting and over bloody tampon in that porta potty too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Really bad.
The crowd laughed.
But they didn't see what I saw. I had terrors that
They
night.
still laughed. I mean, maybe we could have worked the spot and then not had a bloody tampon in there, but nevertheless, the crowd liked it.
Nobody knew, but that's PTSD,
but this is
and
it.
there's no mental health coverage at CCW. I tried to get a mental health day the day after, and I couldn't get the day off.
But this is kind of the rib that I'm going on, because like these deathmatch wrestlers, instead of working, like a prosthetic gimmick where they hit each other with, they could just get the actual thing and hit the person. Whereas, so in this case, we could have did the porta potty spot without a tampon, but we got to make it look real, brother.
Yeah, right, brother. Do you know what's funny too is that I always play my last stream.
Oh, that's funny.
And Mark Clark's been on the screen the whole time from when I was covering him on Friday.
Well, actually, that's an interesting point, because I think he got pretty mad that we changed our theme song. But like, what are you mad about? I hope he doesn't call the cops. But like, this is public domain, and like, what's the issue? I don't know what he's angry about. But
I got to bring this up because I almost feel bad. Because we realize when Mark Clark brings up our names, there's genuine sorrow in his eyes. Like he genuinely misses the people that he knows deep down that did him right, and now he's trying to replace them with fake friends, with the Donovans of the world that are just trying to make a paycheck. I mean, what the heat came in the first place is because he never paid us our dues. It was just like all the promoters I knew when I was a little kid, like, stay with me. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna pay you this amount of dollars, and you never see it. They just talk and talk. And Mark Clark is no different from those same guys. I should know better because I fell for those guys a million times before.
That's the professional wrestling business, kids.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Right? You got to know your worth. My therapist says if I don't value my time, nobody will.
Ah, there you go.
Mm.
And Rob Fuego values his time because he's not even doing the CNE this year. So there you go.
Really?
He's going to be in Italy.
Oh, that's too bad.
I have no idea what Mike Clark's going to do.
What do you mean? You get Rip Impact, you get some of his students, you give them $20 to wrestle, they'll be honored.
Yeah, but who's going to do the show? Who's going to book the show?
No,
there's only one guy qualified, and it's Rob Fuego to write down the names on that damn piece of paper.
You can book the Murder Machine. I'm a big fan of the Murder Machine. I love that guy.
Or what about the serial killer?
Serial killer.
The serial killer or something.
Tag you with the head chopper. He's the head chopper.
That would definitely grab some headlines if we just cut someone's head off in the middle of a wrestling match. I went too far with the gig.
Sorry, I didn't know about the hairline. I just thought the jugular would get extra heat.
We had to make it look real.
Yeah, come on. It's classic championship wrestling after all.
Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. I got nothing else. What do you got? Anything?
I don't know. I'm beat up. I learned
You're
that
sore,
just because you want to get somebody over, it doesn't mean you have to bump your ass off. I might have not ever got along with Buck Gunderson, but the smartest thing he ever said was, I'll never forget Tomer and Buck, and I was just starting to get to know Buck. And I'm being a mark in the back seat, like, oh, my match was so good. It was so over. Everybody loved it. And Buck just like no-sold it for 3 seconds. And all he said was, oh, yeah? How many bumps did you take? And I thought, like, oh, you know what? He's right. And Neo, even though they were bump monkeys, once they, got older, Danger Boy once told me, one bump takes a year off your life, which is a bit of exaggerated, but it's true. I mean, it's just like how serious back bumps really are, or bumps in itself, that we don't think about it. We think it just comes with wrestling. If you're a heel or trying to get somebody over, you think, a shine automatically means I got to take 3 bumps. Clothesline, back elbow, drop kick. And now, I mean, what I'm showing in my wallet is not equal to what I'm feeling in my body and my hips. So I'm getting older. I got to learn, and I think that's something we all got to do. We should probably wrestle more like the Bone Crusher.
Yeah, he doesn't bump. He just kind of walks around and then.
But why would
falls.
he? But even then, I mean, his matches are all revolved to the finish, which could be just one bump. If the finish is just one bump, then the rest of the match
and
is
you
just
can wrestle forever.
Teasing.
You can sell out these bingo halls to 100 people for the rest of your life.
Yeah, go be a star at the Legion, but don't wear a hat. No hats at the Legion.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm Mr. Marvelous. You're Zach Hipstar.
Tonight on Hipstar Tonight, every Friday night at 9-ish p.m. Hipstar.ca.
9-ish, and that's definitely ish because time fluctuates.
And clap your hands.
We're gonna clap our hands. Big baby face ending.
You want to see it? You want to see it?
Or either you do it or you don't. Here's your job. You want to keep your job, you do it. It's people like me who work in the wrestling business, the cream team. It's just filth, lies, and cheaters. That's the way that company has been built on. How would you like to lie on the bed and have me perform oral sex on you? And I said, geez, that would be great.
This is not family entertainment.